What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Retro Hoop Collectibles. This is going to be our weekly Tuesday update going forward. Next week is when we're going to start doing the PSA weekly update on how many cards they graded. But this week we're going to go over top 10 sellers for the week, which cards are moving and are being bought and sold at a high level in terms of volume. And then we're going to take a look, this week we're going to take a look at gem rate data. That came out for the month of December. Some pretty interesting stuff there. But going forward, what we'll do is, that'll be where we'll typically do the PSA update on how many cards they graded, as well as the SGC update on how many cards they graded. Just kind of to keep an eye on those two things because the numbers for December were pretty interesting. So we'll take a look at that. And then as the gem rate numbers release, we'll go over those in their entirety. Because they do it on a monthly basis, so we'll keep an eye on that. But let's jump right into the top 10 sellers for the week. Pretty interesting. The first one, the one that's moving the most, 150 sales of this particular card in the last week. Julio Rodriguez, 2022 Topps Update Baseball. It's a rookie card. You guys know. In terms of baseball, I don't really know a whole lot. So you guys let me know down in the comments, what's going on with this guy because he's moving some serious volume. Even if I look at it from a 30-day standpoint, I think it's the biggest. So of the last 30 days, almost 730 cards in the last 30 days, 150 in the last 7 days, which is pretty nuts. Ken Griffey Jr. continues to be at the top. That is one of the highest moving, probably the most liquid card there is. 145 sales in the last 7 days. Luka obviously just having a absolutely insane performances over the last 10 days, over the last 7 days. His cards are moving. Prices are a little bit soft though, which is interesting. Down 9% over the last 7 days. So cards are moving, but prices are going down a little bit. And again, that's for base. So all these cards are, everything that's moving is typically base, which is interesting. Trevor Lawrence, Jerry Rice, and then another Trevor Lawrence. So T-Law making his way in there into the top 10. Jerry Rice, again, blue chip card, highly liquid. You can move them all the time, but his prices are going up as well. 124 sales in the last 7 days, up 39, almost 40% in value, which is interesting. Just to give you an idea, we're talking about Ken Griffey Jr. and Jerry Rice sitting in the top, what is this, Top five highest moving cards, and 2 of them are from the 80s. I just love that. I think that just kind of gives you an idea where the hobby's at. Like the blue chips are the blue chips. There's nothing you can do about that. Zion Williamson, again, continuing to have a great season. And then Jarrett Stidham made his way into the top 10 with a little over 100 sales. Obviously, him being recently named as the starting quarterback for the Raiders has a lot to do with that. So yeah, people are picking him up. Prices jumped ridiculously, 514% in the last 7 days. That one's on fire. That card is on fire. That's interesting. 514%. Man, I wonder what that thing was at. Let's take a quick look because now I'm curious. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a $4 card in a PSA 10. And then boom. So, yeah, definitely a huge jump in price on that particular card. So no mysteries there. The good old Jordan continues to be a very consistently moving card. It's consistently in the top 10. It's at number 9 this week. And then followed by Luka Doncic 2018 Optic Basketball. This is, again, a base Optic Basketball. Just under 100 cards moved this week, but the price is up 37%. So I got to imagine that, people are coming off of the Prism base. Because that's just moving ridiculous amounts. And now we're starting to look at some of the lower end rookie cards for Luka Doncic, which is, you're going to be your Optics, your Donruss, your Hoops, which you guys know I'm absolutely in love with. And honorable mention at number 11 out of that top 10, Luka Doncic, Panini Hoops rookie card. moving a little under 100 units every in the last 7 days, and again up 32% in price. So pretty good stuff there. Not too bad. I mean, I think a lot of these are just pretty self-explanatory, right? I mean, it's whoever's the hottest, the player du jour, right? And then just some really, really good blue chip type cards. Your Ken Griffey's, your Jerry Rice's, the Jordan. They just move. They just absolutely move. Derek Jeter, Jordan, Herbert down below, but top 10, that's where we're at. Luka, Jared, Zion, Trevor Lawrence, Jerry Rice, the kid, Ken Griffey, and then Julio Rodriguez is the highest moving card for the week in its Topps 2022 update card. So I want to take a quick look at the gem rate numbers this month for the month of December. I mean, Jesus, what are they doing over there at PSA? Over 1 million cards, up 7% from November, which is insane. CSG, however, across the board, down almost 20%. 18% down. They only did 34,000 cards, 76,000 for their TCG side. But just overall, down numbers. SGC up 10%. I would imagine a lot of that has to do with the baseball side of things, as they just recently had that deal with Topps. I believe it was the Bowman Chrome that they were doing for $9 a card. So pretty interesting there. And then Beckett just, I don't really know what Beckett's doing. 48,000 cards in the month of December. They're still putting out cards, which is interesting, but down 5% from November. The question is when is that number going to turn around, in my opinion, for PSA? They continue to grade 1 million cards a month. 1 million cards a month. That is a lot. I mean, they're absolutely the 800-pound gorilla. They are the biggest by far. And everybody else is just in the shadows. SGC not even getting 10% of that market share. So interesting stuff. But as we look at, so this is going to be, there's another one there they did here, which is, I mean, just look at that. Look at that gap. Jeez Louise. 1 million cards graded. 1, 2, 3. 3 times this year that they peaked over 1 million cards. I got to imagine, I mean, look, prices are down again, right? I mean, I think they're at $15 a card, PSA is. So it's just interesting to see them at 1 million cards a month output. This is what I wanted to take a look at. PSA's biggest is baseball. The biggest jump that they had, 23% was baseball. The minor leagues, 180%. Wow, that's interesting. SGC, the biggest bump that they had was, again, baseball. Again, probably due to that, due to the promotion that they had. But then also non-sports, hockey was another big one for SGC. Big jump there. And then CSG, really just down across the board except for boxing, wrestling, and MMA. They jumped up 72%. But everything else across the board is just down for CSG, which is interesting. Not many people submitting with SGC. So that's going to do it, folks, for this week's update. I mean, the cards that are moving, football right now is hot. Basketball is in the mix. Look, Davion Mitchell just did 60 points last night. So I'm pretty sure he's going to pop up in the top 10 next week. His move to Cleveland I knew was going to be a good one for him in terms of being able to lead and get more time and more shine, which is interesting. So it's good to see him doing well. But I anticipate he's going to pop up in that top 10 next week. So we'll take a look at that. But I'm pretty excited because next week's going to be the first week that we're going to do the PSA update, the new PSA update, and then I'm going to do the start to do the SGC update after that. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Anything weird, anything odd. I'm really interested in seeing what that Julio Rodriguez situation is all about. I mean, is he just hot? What's the deal with that guy? Y'all let me know. But thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Peace.